Okay, sir.
Where am I looking? Am I gonna look at you or
You can look at me, you can look at Bob, you can, wherever the hell you want to
I
look.
don't want to look at Bob. Have you seen Bob?
Exactly. He's no ninja Larry.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit about the show tonight. You guys have put together a heck of a deal. 2 shows, one night.
2 shows one night. We had 1 show in Dodge City last night. 3 comics
Holy
from
smokes.
different. What's that?
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it was great.
You're in Dodge, and then you're here tonight?
Dodge City, yeah, we've done Garden before, so yeah, it's been a great experience. First show as well, but it was about half full, so this is packed. I don't know if you've got a shot of the room yet, but it's packed and people are drinking. It's later at night too, so it's gonna be rowdy. But yeah, we're having a good time. Yeah, for sure.
So tell me a little bit about some of the comics you got lined up.
Look, Patrick Scott, he's a young guy. We started around the same time, really hard-working comic. Recently moved to Denver to just make a go of it. And that's what's great about these. All of these comics are, they're not to that top level yet. None of us are, but we're all like, that's what we're shooting for. And when I started comedy about 2 years ago, and I was just like, I want people from where I'm from to see some of these, people coming up. Comedy is such a great, live thing that people can come see. And to see people on their way up, it's a cool thing because some of these people may be on Comedy Central someday, and maybe like, dude, they played at our bar, in our hometown 3 years ago or something like that. It'd be cool for me to be able to say that, So Patrick Scott, young guy, he's our opener. Cody Spiker, holy shit, she does a radio show in Boulder on the campus of Boulder, right?
That I think is the coolest deal.
She does. So that's every week. But she's like, she's one of the top, Denver comics. She has blasted to the top very fast, which is cool. It's fun to see. Everybody's hardworking too. That's when I bring people, I'm always looking like who's like hitting it hard and like really they want it, And then Mitch Jones, he's been around since before my time, and dude, he's just. I say this when I intro him. His size is a metaphor for his presence in the Denver scene. Like he's a giant, He's just everybody loves him. He's just one of the nicest guys. Big teddy bear, big sweetheart. So he did an hour for the first show, so he's gonna do another hour here in a little bit, which is it's like an Iron Man contest. Like, all right, let's do 2 shows in one night. Yeah.
Okay, I want to get into your views on comedy. First of all, is there such a thing as a bad room, or is it you have an off night?
I think it's a little about
two different ways.
Yeah, I think comics tend to say it's a bad room. That's kind of the comics will say that if they have a bad set, but there are bad rooms. When you talk about an open mic where comics practice their stuff, a lot of times it'll be close to empty sometimes, or people will wander into their favorite bar to go have a beer, and then comedy just starts happening to them, and a lot of it's like, dude, shut up, I don't want this, whatever jokes you're trying to say to me. So there's definitely bad rooms where they're not expecting a comedy show. Usually when you have an event like this where you're selling tickets and you're promoting it, people are here to laugh. So it gets a lot harder to blame it on the room if you don't have a bad set. You just have to kind of own that and learn from it. But yeah, like this room, it won't be a bad room tonight, I don't think.
Now, where do you get your material?
My materials? Just day to day. Like there's one comic that I've recently just kind of connected with and really look up to. He told a story about learning Spanish in high school. His teacher told him, you learn to speak Spanish by thinking in Spanish, and that's the same with comedy. It's like you learn comedy by every day, like just everything. Just like trying to look at things through the view of how would I say this as a joke or make this funny on stage. And so like that's kind of been my goal recently. Is like, all right, just everything day to day. Like let's look at it through comedy lenses. So. I talk about an interaction with a couple homeless people that I had that make me look bad, just kind of like, I'm from Kansas, so I haven't had a lot of experience. I talk about my kid a lot, I talk about being colorblind, just, day-to-day stuff that I get a laugh out of, and then that's what's great about open mics is you go in, you try your stuff out, and you try it enough till it either runs it into the ground, you're like, no, that's just not funny to anybody but me. Or you find, kind of your good bits. So, yeah, it's just day-to-day stuff.
So how do you deal with hecklers? Or do you get
where I live in Colorado, Fort Collins is a pretty heckle-free town. But recently I've started an open mic that I host every week. And so I've had to be quicker on my feet with, drunk people yelling out or things like that. A lot of times you turn it back on them, and because the room will be behind you. If somebody's distracting from what's happening up front, it's like they're trying to pull the attention away. So you kind of point that out, and They're tapping on the mic up there. People are looking back at me. Yeah, so I don't know. You just kind of turn it back on them, and if they don't stop, then you just tell them to shut the fuck up and get back. Like you just get mad, you know. You just get mean, and then if that doesn't work, you ask the security to come escort them out. You know,
Okay, well, before we let you go, you guys have done some successful runs here in Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Are you working on a third?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My dream for this thing is to have a quarterly. I'd like to do 4 nights in towns, Garden Dodge, Hut. You know, we've done some of these places, and it's just kind of getting the ball rolling where I meet people and make connections, and they know somebody who owns a bar in Newton or something like that, and then it's just like then you contact them like, hey, we'd love to bring this to your town, and yeah. So I don't see. I mean, my goal is to keep this going for a while, and as long as we can fill rooms up like this, bar owners love it, and we love it too. It's we don't do comedy for a full room, and it's we've got it tonight. So
good shit.
yeah.
Before I let you go, how do we connect with you?
Yeah,
Facebook, all that
I have a
stuff.
podcast called Easily Unamused with Weston Unruh. That's a great spot. You find me on Facebook, Twitter, just by name. Search my name on Facebook. It's kind of probably the best way. But definitely check out the podcast Easily Unamused on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean. Download it, subscribe.
Well, thanks so